Hello, I'm Jenifer. We're out of session for a couple of weeks, and I wanted to make sure to spend some time with you in another way by sharing a story with you. It's been a little cold out the last few days, and it made me think of a story that we have in our stashes of things from a bit of time back. And some of you might even remember this story. It's called Frederick. It's by Leo Lionni. There we go. This is about a little mouse named Frederick. It says, all along the meadow where the cows grazed and the horses ran, there was an old stone wall. And in that wall, not far from the barn, there lived a chatty family of mice. But the farmers had moved away. The barn was abandoned and the winter was not far off. So the little mice began to gather corn and nuts and wheat. They worked all day and all night, all except for Frederick. They said, Frederick, why don't you work? And Frederick said, I do work. I gather rays from the sun for the dark, cold winter days. And now, Frederick, they said to him when they saw him sitting there staring at the meadow, I'm gathering colors, for the winter is gray. And one time, Frederick, seeming half asleep, are you dreaming, Frederick? They asked reproachfully. Frederick replied, oh no, I am gathering words. For winter days are long and many, and we'll run out of things to say. And the winter days came. And when the first snow fell, the four little field mice took to their hideout in the stones. In the beginning, there was lots to eat, and the mice told stories of foolish foxes and cats, silly cats, and they were a happy family. But little by little, they nibbled up all of the corn, the nuts, and the wheat. It was cold in the wall, and no one felt like chatting. And then they remembered what Frederick had said about sun rays and colors and words. What about your supplies, Frederick? They asked. Close your eyes, said Frederick. Now I will send the rays of the sun. Do you feel their golden glow warming your back? And as Frederick spoke of the sun, the mice felt a little bit warmer. Was it Frederick's voice? Was it magic? Oh, and what about those colors, Frederick? The mice asked anxiously. Close your eyes again, said Frederick. And he told them of blue periwinkles and red poppies and yellow wheat and green leaves of the berry bush. And they saw the colors as clearly as if they had been painted in their minds. And the words, Frederick, While Frederick cleared his voice, he waited a moment, and then, as if from a stage, he said, "Who scatters the snowflakes? Who melts the ice? Who spoils the weather? Who makes it nice? Who grows the four-leaf clovers in June? Who dims the daylight? Who lights the moon? Four little field mice in the sky, four little field mice like you and I. One is a spring mouse who turns on the showers. Then comes the summer who paints in the flowers. The fall mouse is next with walnuts and wheat. And winter is last with little cold feet. Aren't we lucky the seasons are four? Think of a year with one less or one more. And when Frederick had finished, they all applauded. But Frederick, you are a poet. Frederick blushed, took a bow, and said shyly, "I know it." That's the story of Frederick. Some of you, like I said, may have seen the story or heard it before. I wonder which part of the story you like. I wonder what's important or most important. I wonder how the other mice were feeling. How was Frederick feeling? I wonder if you were a mouse in a stone wall, what things would you collect for the winter? I came across some ideas when I was looking at this story too. They had some thoughts about things that you can do at home. One of the ideas was to get a little box and maybe some things around the house, like maybe some walnut shells or pebbles. Might have to go outside to get a couple of these things. Maybe some uncooked popcorn, the kernels. Maybe some pieces of wheat. Maybe some googly eyes and some paper. You can make your own little mouse. They thought maybe creating a little box and a little nest for some mice. Or you can find one of your favorite stuffies and create a little nest space for them. Wonder what your stuffy might need to keep warm and cozy through the winter, or even just tonight. One other idea was to paint some rocks with some images of things like rainbows or rays of sunshine, things that will get us through till we can be together again. Thinking of you. We'll see you soon.